All right, so at work, I support NASA's Space Apps Challenge, which is a hackathon. It's the largest hackathon in the world that had almost 60,000 people use NASA data to solve challenges in Earth and in space. And I'm in charge of establishing and managing our partnership with other space agency partners. But in my private life, I have another passion for matching people for different kind of lifelong partnerships. And when I'm successful, they sometimes invite me to officiate their weddings. And to date, I officiated 7 weddings in 5 different countries, including these ones in Russia, Ukraine, United States. And I wanted to share some of my insights from both work and this matchmaking hobby that I have. So when you're looking for partners for your next science project, you might have some ideas. So when you're looking for one, please engage your network, let your people know. Oftentimes the best leads come from the people who know and like you enough to help, but also not too close that you have a completely overlapping social circles. And oftentimes your work partners are best to help you find new ones, though I would not recommend that strategy for romantic partners. But anyway, there's a whole galaxy of opportunities out there, so go and explore. But also, you know, it is like sometimes a numbers game and attrition rates are high. But so keep in mind your ultimate goal at the same time is, you know, you don't want to waste your own time and time of others if you're like too stuck in that exploration stage. And compatibility is key, and having shared values and goals is important. So if you have different destinations in mind, the journey could be enjoyable for a while, but inevitably your paths will diverge. And another piece of advice I want to share is like to know what you yourself are bringing to the partnership, and look for matches that maybe, you know, complement your strengths and weaknesses. You want somebody who is you know, in a way, similar, like enough to you that you can build a foundation, but also different enough that, you know, you're not, you know, it's hard enough to build a successful relationship even when you have a lot in common. So I'm not exactly sure if that is exactly right about the opposites always attracting. And figure out your non-negotiables first. Sometimes it's whether you're gonna have kids or how you're gonna raise them, or whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Like at Space Apps, you know, we, you know, one of our non-negotiables is our commitment to open science and inclusion. We only look for partners that do that. Also, when looking like for partners, feel free to make a list of all the things you're looking in your partners. You know, you sciencey folks like to make fancy spreadsheets and write a regression analysis. That's all fine and dandy. You should do that, but also don't neglect your gut and intuition. And you know, if you don't have that chemistry and connection, the partnership probably not going to go as far as you hope. So that's one advice. Another thing to keep in mind, obviously, the respect and trust is so important. It also, I would recommend assume goodwill when your partner is gonna mess up. That will do wonders for your psyche and your relationship. And also apologize when you're gonna inevitably mess up. That can also build trust. That's me visiting our colleagues at Canadian Space Agency. Even though we already had a relationship, it was very important for us to keep improving and evaluating, and we did just that. And I also was there to say thank you and congratulate them on the success. They quadrupled their participation last year. So whatever success looks like in your work, please pause and say thank you and celebrate that with your partners. And also find partners that make you laugh. Like, life is gonna have like all these ups and downs, and it's just you know, partners who are laughing through those tend to be more resilient and just happier. And another final piece of advice from my own experience, apparently it's not enough just to meet your partner, the right partner. You have to meet them at the right time for you and for them. So when I first met my now wife, I immediately was smitten. I invited her out for a date and she said yes, but 6 years later. So at first I was disappointed that she said like not yet. But eventually, that's what made it work for our relationship when I was actually ready to make a more of a serious commitment. But speaking of time, my time is up. But if you want to talk partnerships or need somebody to officiate your wedding, talk to me afterwards. Thank you so much.